one of the greatest losses of our time is critical thinking. We live in a culture that listens with its eyes and thinks with its feelings. We sort of go around our day, from emotion to action without putting too much thought in it. We have forgotten to reflect, and we have forgotten critical thinking, and we need to bring it back. So what exactly is critical thinking? Well, it is not about being critical. It's not about maliciously trying to find flaws when somebody says something. But it is about taking a step back and just getting more information and analyzing it before making a conclusion. So it is 3 steps, right? We receive information, we verify that information against other sources, and then we analyze it and make a conclusion. So as an example, the news that we watch would be step number 1. So step number 1 happens naturally. It is all of the information that we get throughout the day, through, not only news, but the media, everything that we are exposed to, all of the information that we receive throughout the day from people, like places, etc. That's step number 1. And basically we all sort of like settle with that step and make conclusions at that step. But that's not how it's supposed to be. We need to be able to be better thinkers, to take on that information and compare it with other sources, and then make a conclusion. So, for example, if you are in a leadership position, you are already doing this. You have a fiduciary responsibility with your owners. So they have given you the express authority to make decisions on their behalf, right? So I know that you don't just go and make decisions like that. You will assess the situation. You have different sources of intelligence that you get for whatever it is that your role is, that helps your role. And that is how you make decisions. Because you have a big responsibility. Well, we need to do the exact same thing with our personal lives. And we don't, I'm including myself in this. We have basically forgotten to just be more reflective and do a little research on our own. We have forgotten because life is just too busy. And but it is precisely because life is very busy and because we have so much data available nowadays that we need to be more selective and we need to be better thinkers. Especially if you're a parent, if you're a parent, you even have more things on your plate. But it is precisely because you are a parent that you have to practice critical thinking in your home as well, and teach your children not to just adopt inherited thinking. So the youngest generations are the ones that very easily, have adopted inherited thinking, which is basically you just believe something because somebody said it, and that's it. Like no research whatsoever, ever, for nothing. So that's not right. That's not right. We need to start asking questions, we need to start waking up and start asking questions, the right questions, why, what is your source, have engaging conversations like that, not just at the place of work, but for whatever, decision and beliefs that we are going to adopt, because that shapes basically our path, what decisions we are going to make. If you're better armed, with the right information, you can make better decisions and you can win life's battles, because life's battles are guaranteed. We have challenges in life. And going back to the, if you're a parent and you teach your children this, even though you're really busy and don't have time to look for alternative sources of information, and before you make a conclusion, what can be a greater gift that teaching our children to have proper discernment. for life and apply critical thinking. So start practicing critical thinking. Another example would be the causes that we support. If we want laws to be approved, when it comes to like movements that we want to support, we have a genuine interest in our community, and that's a healthy interest, a healthy desire to support and make our community better. But you have to research the movements that you support. Unfortunately, nowadays there's just a lot of confusion out there, and so take some time to really investigate if that that movement that you are supporting actually cares for that cause that you care for. I have found very useful that following the money is a great source of information. So who is funding whatever it is that you're supporting and why? So that's a good way to go, always good way to go. Another one, for things that we want to get approved, or history. History is such an amazing resource, basically all questions have been asked before and all the answers are there. But the problem is that we have forgotten to ask the questions, and we just go, kind of like moving like robots, throughout our lives. And that's what motivated me to make this video. History, there is a famous quote. I don't know who said it, but it is pretty accurate, and it is that one thing that man can learn from history is that men doesn't learn anything from history. So, by men, I mean men and women, people, and that's a great quote, and it is true, when we want to, if we have this interest for our community and our country, what happened to nations in the past that have adopted those things that you want to get approved? Have you looked into nations and entire empires that have fallen and why? You will find out very good information there. So history is a great resource, and we just tend to forget that, all of us, as a society. So that's a great way to go. Also check history if you have an inclination for supporting and being an activist for things, movements, in our community, your state, the country. So yes, that's my invitation to you today. Be a better thinker. Be a better thinker. Start asking questions, start asking the right questions, and start waking up, because our nation, our culture, our society, our world needs better thinkers. And we are the ones who are here to leave on legacy for the new generations, So be a better thinker. I will leave you with one quote of one of my favorite authors. His name is Michael Heiser, Dr. Michael Heiser. And he says, when you start asking the right questions, or questions, you will find out that what you know may not be so. Thank you for watching.